me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. This is week 2 of our college edition. We have 8 schools and 10 companies this season, advancing Maine, creating jobs, and drawing national attention. That's why Maine is now tagged as Techland in addition to Vacationland. It's also the people of Maine who are making change, like our judges. They are forward-thinking and work hard to drive our economy. Let's chat with them for a minute. Hi, Amy LaShore from MTI. How about some advice for our entrepreneurs?
Hi, Julene. Yeah, I often give people looking to do a startup or have an innovative idea to do customer discovery. There's nothing worse than coming up with a product and spending all the time and money to develop it and then get out there and realize that either no one wants it or they're not willing to pay you at the price point you need to be paid for it.
All right, Garvin Donegan from the Central Maine Growth Council. How about you?
Hi, Julene. Some advice that I'd give entrepreneurs as they embark on their startup journey is to develop or lean into a robust mentor system that can assist with challenges of today and challenges of tomorrow, as well as help connect dots on resources that may be available for your entrepreneurial team.
And lastly, Mel Macarel from Bangor Savings Bank.
Hi, Julene. Thank you. So the little nugget of advice that I would give our contestants today, whether it is with their continued business venture or just life in general, is not to fear failure. Instead, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. So fail fast and fail often.
All great advice. Thank you so much. We're going to talk to you in just a couple of minutes, but it's time for our first pitch, and it's called Real-Time Reality from the University of Maine at Orono. Let's have a look.
Hi, I'm Ty Delargy, CEO and founder of Real-Time Reality. We are currently undergoing the biggest evolution in technology since the creation of the internet. Virtual and augmented reality have gotten so advanced that today's prototypes are higher resolution than the human eye can see. Soon, every device you own, your phone, laptop, game console, even your TV, can be replaced by a single set of glasses. This paradigm shift is already happening, and it's called the Metaverse, where everything from online stores to live events, social hangouts, training, surgical practice, and meetings are happening in fully immersive and interactive 3D worlds. With real-time reality, we're bringing real people into the metaverse, securely streamed as a recreation of what's here in the physical world. The problem is, today's avatars are created from cookie-cutter options, which is terrible for both inclusion and practically identifying friends and family. Furthermore, there's no way to tell if this avatar is really representative of a real person or to glean realistic social cues from the face and body. Finally, big tech has invested billions into VR, and social networks and search engines will seek to continue their practices of exploiting and selling the even greater sums of data that they can get from tracking our every move, action, interaction, and glance in these digital spaces. Our customer interviews have shown that this is the biggest threat to the metaverse today, but we're determined to fix it. With our mobile application, we're using AI computer vision to scan you into a completely photorealistic 3D replica of yourself, complete with your live movements and expressions. But fear not, you own this data and it's biometrically linked to you, so nobody else can use it. We're looking to bring humanity back into technology as you wear your own skin and interact with the unique people that you know and love. Furthermore, because we authenticate and verify each of these replicas, you'll know in an instant whether you're interacting with a real person that you know or a potential imposter, catfish, or even an AI. By securing your virtual identity, privacy, and anonymity over a blockchain network, we further give new data privacy rights and standards to the metaverse and assure that your data cannot be bought or sold and that hackers cannot obtain any personal information. We operate on a platform model that takes a commission on the sale of virtual goods. This allows us to be completely free to both consumers and enterprises without selling people's data. We provide a universal value to any immersive application in any industry through our never-before-seen service and can scale right here in Maine. We're currently in development and we'll have our demo ready this year for a beta release this summer. We have obtained $22,000 in outside funding from MTI, I-Corps, and AI Fellowship grants, and our 10-person team has professional experience working on real-world AI problems at national research laboratories, on DoD contracts, and on VR and mobile applications. We're real-time reality, and we're revolutionizing digital human interaction by giving people new data privacy rights and assurances of authenticity for the next stage of the internet. Real people, real interactions, in real time with real-time reality. Thank you.
Ty, that was so cool. So does that mean that we can take these glasses and enter Greenlight Maine, all the judges, and you into the metaverse?
Absolutely, Julian. So that is actually a big part of the creation of this idea in general. The kind of Zoom fatigue and Zoom University, as we've called it at UMaine, has definitely worn on my generation and many generations. But the possibility to have virtual events and real in-person, face-to-face communication through a digital medium will definitely now be opened up through this technology and the advancement of many others around it.
Great. Well, we look forward to trying that. Okay, Amy, kick us off.
Sure. Thank you, Ty. That was really enjoyable to watch. You have a great presentation presence. My question has two parts. Firstly, I'm curious, how close to an MVP are you? And then secondly, from what I'm understanding, it's an application, not necessarily a piece of equipment, and that you would be selling through the Oculus marketplace. And if that is the case, I wonder how you would navigate, Meta looking to harvest their data and you attempting to keep that private for the user.
Sure. So just to answer that bit, kind of first and foremost, we aren't selling any hardware. Our application is actually for mobile devices as well as PC computers. So this is kind of a thing that is pretty agnostic to what end VR or AR device that you would be using. So we don't actually need to interface much with the device. We're more like kind of sending data across to that device. So different things such as how we would animate your character. Um, so that's really how that kind of piece of things works. But we're definitely concerned about what kind of roadblocks that Meta or other large tech companies might want to put up to um, kind of keep everything centralized through their platform. But we think that our efforts are important to keeping things open and decentralized so people have choice. We're looking to have a beta that we can launch this summer with a target of early May for releasing a closed beta and then opening that up in June or July to have people on a signed up sheet essentially get it rolled out to.
Great, thank you.
Garvin.
Ty, great pitch, really exciting, and the prospect for Web 3.0 and Metaverse is obviously very forward thinking, so congratulations to you and your team. With regards to that beta launch approaching quickly here, what type of considerations are you reviewing with regards to intellectual property and or any copyright, etc.?
Sure. Well, we're creating a lot of the technologies that this is built on completely ourselves. So certain things like blockchain infrastructure isn't going to be something that we're going to tackle in that amount of time. So we can kind of build off of things like Ethereum. However, when it comes to the machine learning computer vision models that we're using to perform all of the scanning, tracking, and biometric authentication, those are things that we're developing in-house.
Great, thank you.
Great pitch, Ty. Very, very cool to watch, and I can definitely say I learned a lot from your pitch. I guess the question I have for you is you've mentioned big tech a little bit already, and we know that those companies are spending billions in this realm. So can you talk a little bit about sort of what competitive edge you might bring and how you see competing against big tech in this space?
Sure. So that's actually one of our kind of big strong suits. So technologically, of course, they have a lot more resources than we do. However, by creating our business model around taking a commission on virtual goods and still being able to be free to consumers and enterprises while not selling data, we have sort of a business model that makes our product completely different from something that they would ever want to offer because so much of their business depends on the sale and capture of user data.
This is incredible, Ty. I can't wait to see where you go with this. And I say this every season that University of Maine Foster Center for Innovation turns up big. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Bangor Savings Bank, committed to investing in its employees, customers, and communities to help create a stronger Northern New England. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Maine Technology Institute, offering grants, loans, and equity investments to help support Maine's innovation economy and committed to supporting new ideas with potential to grow. Visit mainetechnology.org.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine, the college edition. Our next company had a need and decided to create the solution. Let's watch Pear Technologies from Colby College.
Hi, my name is Mufadal and I'm here with Will to tell you about Pear, where we craft cleverly designed accessories to pair with your tech so you can unlock their potential like never before. We're both students of Maine and we're excited at the prospect of growing a business here in the state. We're already in conversations with the folks down at Dorico Labs in Waterville, right around the corner from where we went to college at Colby. Now I'd like to introduce to you Pear's first product, Tether. Tether is the most ergonomic tablet workstation out there, and I know that because about a year ago, I decided to give up on my laptop and purchase a $600 tablet. To use it as my daily device, I decided to pair it with a keyboard case. I went with a more traditional clamshell design, looks and feels like a laptop. But between the cramped keyboard as well as the frequent tipping over, I realized I wasn't getting the most out of my touchscreen tablet. So, after a lot of frustration, many different cases later, I hesitantly decided to shell out another $300 for the Apple Magic Keyboard. Now remember, at this price point, I could have bought the cheapest MacBook out there, and yet I was not satisfied with my experience. I also learned that there were other people out there who were frustrated and surprised by this lack of simple and satisfactory accessory. So I did what any normal person would do and designed Tether. Tether has the highest screen height and the most viewing angles amongst all its competitors, as well as a detachable keyboard, all in a gorgeous stainless steel and carbon fiber design. And when you're done, just tuck the keyboard in and fold the screen down into a package thinner than most laptops out in the market, and you're ready for your next workplace. Now I'm going to hand it over to Will to explain why this is important now.
Thank you, Mufadal, for explaining exactly why Tether is such a valuable accessory. Being that we were college students learning throughout the pandemic, we found ourselves using our devices from kitchen tables, beds, parks, and then eventually classrooms and dorm rooms as we returned to a hybrid model. Throughout this period, tablets have experienced unparalleled growth, both in terms of power and usability. Unfortunately, accessories have not kept up with this growth and now serve to hinder our devices. This is the inspiration behind Tether. Tablet sales are slated to remain strong for years to come, with double-digit growth numbers predicted. The accessory market should be no exception. We have set ourselves the aggressive goal to reach $905,000 in revenue on Tether. If we were to win the Greenlight pitch competition, we would divide the funds in the following ways. We would spend 40% investing in our Indiegogo campaign, creating media and consulting with experts who have run campaigns in the past. We would spend 30% on prototyping, creating multiple physical iterations to make sure every single design aspect and every single material choice has been worked through diligently. Finally, we would divide our remaining funds amongst IP protection and administrative costs.
The most ergonomic device out there, you guys. This is amazing. Congratulations, Mufadal and Will. This is definitely for every working professional out there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Amy, here we go.
So my first question is also a two-part question. Firstly, is it collapsible?
Yes, ma'am. It collapses and folds flat.
Okay, thank you. And then secondly, I was curious, have you looked into prototyping and the costs of manufacture?
Yes, ma'am. We have started the process of prototyping as much as we can as independent, people we're going to use service in the future. But as for now, we have actually started the process, and one of the most structural parts is a stainless steel laser cut, and the part itself just costs about $3 to produce it just in the prototyping phase. So that's just like two of those in the pack. That just only brings the cost around $5 if we use everything together.
Garvin, what's on your mind?
Hey guys, great pitch. This product really resonates with me. I'm one of those folks that always has my laptop on me, work always off the laptop from coffee shop to co-working, and I am frequently find myself hunched over, just in an uncomfortable viewpoint, even on those Zoom meetings. So I really like the simplicity, the design, and just how clean and pristine, including with the material variation in there. So with regards to that prototyping, can you touch on just some key milestones that you see in the prototyping process as you look to embark upon it?
Sure, I can take that. So as of now, we've designed the product and we're actively looking for services that can help us prototype because we have access to some limited resources like 3D printing and like online services. But at some point, we reached our end. We're looking for professional help to actually turn our ideas into some form of reality. And we need some sort of cash to support that.
Mel.
Great pitch, guys. I love the fact that you had personal frustration, your own personal experience, and then created a product based on your own, level of frustration. So I guess my question to you really is about, once you have a product, what do you see as your marketing plan and, distribution channels that you plan to leverage?
I can take this one. Mel, thank you for bringing up our backstory. I think as we discussed through the pitch, we as a company have really centered user experience, and more than that, the power user experience. So those are our key clients. Those are who we've designed this product for, people who need the most out of their devices. And so we continue to want to center those people moving forward. So one thing that we feel like is especially promising is a marketing strategy that works with creators who really speak to power users. So a lot of times this is YouTube channels, this is Twitter feeds, this is subreddit, stuff like this. And we will engage with people who are popular in these domains and make reviews, honest reviews. And we will send them our product. We will get these reviews. We'll get this exposure, and also be able to acquire customers at lower cost because we believe that our design speaks for itself. And because we are planning to go the crowdfunding route, this becomes even more important. Making sure we get that visibility early on will be key to our success down the road.
Okay, we have time for one last question, Garvin.
Yeah, thank you, Julene. Team, can you touch on the size of your target market for this product?
I can take this. Garvin, thank you for bringing this up. While I don't have a specific number for our target market, we have set ourselves the aggressive goal, as we brought up in the pitch, reaching $900,000 of sales annually. And the reason it's so hard to pin down a target market is because the number of people switching from notebook laptops and power user stations to tablets it is really huge. So that really can't be underscored. Every single year for the past 2 or 3 years, the amount of people transitioning, especially people who are working from home, is really large, and the tablet market is growing very quickly. And so we instead set ourselves that goal for the short term, and that's kind of the answer we have for now.
Well, great answer, great questions by our judges. Thank you, guys. I know you're going to be a huge success, so just keep pushing.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Well, we need to take a quick break. When we come back, our judges are going to talk this out, so don't go away.
Martins Point Generations Advantage, offering comprehensive Medicare Advantage plans. Information at martinspoint.org.
If you own a business and want to get more involved with Greenlight Maine, go to our website at greenlightmaine.com. Partnering with us means supporting startups, creating jobs, and building Maine's economy.
Product market fit is everything. How do you know when you have an idea that could turn into a real business? It's when you're building a product or service that customers actually want. It seems pretty obvious, but this is a challenge that almost every entrepreneur faces in the beginning. This challenge is where the entrepreneur is trying to accurately identify, with input from the actual customers within the target market, what job the customer ultimately needs done. This can either be something that solves a pain or provides a gain for the customer. In order to more accurately obtain input and feedback from the customer at this stage, successful entrepreneurs build basic prototypes that they can test called minimum viable products, or MVPs. These MVPs are the most minimum prototype of the product or service that can be developed that will provide the potential customer with enough features so they can determine whether it will solve their problem or not. Interestingly enough, it is usually more valuable to go through at least a few cycles of this process so that the final product or service is the best possible fit for the market.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College Edition. We just watched two incredible pitches from UMaine Orono and Colby College, and our judges are going to take a deep dive, and we can't wait to hear what they think. Go ahead, Amy.
Thanks, Julene. Yeah, MTI is seeing a lot of movement in the VR space right now. It's a market that's really taking off. Ty and his company are really at the right space and the right time to enter this market. But I also love that Mufadel and Will had a pain point. They confronted the pain point, and they found a product that they can competitively price. So, both companies have yet to get their products into people's hands and test them out. But as is, they're both pretty strong proposals.
Definitely strong. Okay, Garvin, how about you?
Thank you, Julene. Two exciting startups and associated entrepreneurs, including with some good technical backgrounds and robust teams, which is always great to see. While in a similar tech space in some ways, really like Pear coming to the table with some hardware, albeit a lot of prototyping is ahead. Real-time reality is extremely exciting and arguably one of the biggest economies of the future, that being Web 3.0 and Metaverse. So really excited to see the activity of Ty and his team and what his beta launch will look like in the year. All exciting things to come.
Okay, and Mel.
Thanks, Julene. I gotta say, I loved these two pitches. I thought it was both of them were incredibly interesting, and I learned so much watching both of them. In particular, Ty with his company, I learned so much knowledge. When I think of VR, I think of gaming, and I think that what he was able to present was an opportunity that shows that there's so much out there, or so much opportunity for his company to grow. I do have concerns around what I can envision as being some big hurdles for him, and that is sort of entering a space where you've got big tech companies that are spending billions of dollars in this industry. And so it'll be sort of interesting to watch how he can differentiate his product. With Pear Technologies, I love that they took a personal experience, a personal frustration, and created something to help solve for that. I think that they are very early on in their development. I think sort of the next phase of prototyping and customer discovery is going to be really important for them. So it'll be great to kind of watch them grow and learn from those experiences.
Yeah, one thing that we learned about their team, they both have great resumes, but we also learned that there is a whole team behind them helping them move forward. So it's more than just themselves, which is also great. And you three, again, were so very helpful in connecting them to people that can help them move forward. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they stand a year from now, which I think they're gonna move and grow very fast. So great job to all of you. Great comments, and this is a tough one. It's always tough, right? But this one in particular, it could go either way. So when we come back after the break, we're going to find out who today's winner is. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Albin, Randall, and Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com.
Through their efforts to support Maine entrepreneurs who are growing our economy, Greenlight Maine is making our state a better place to start and operate a business. For these efforts and the creation of a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem, the Harold Alfond Institute for Business Innovation at Thomas College is proud to be a sponsor of Greenlight Maine.
First Park, a 285-acre business park located in Oakland, Maine, offering fiber internet, 3-phase power, and pre-permitted sites for businesses to start or expand. Details at firstpark.com.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College Edition. We just saw two amazing tech companies from UMaine Orono and Colby College, Real-Time Reality and Pear Technologies. There's no doubt whoever the winner is today, the other is definitely going far. So we're going to find out who the winner is. Judges, are you ready? I'm going to count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1. That means Real-Time Reality is today's winner. Congratulations, Ty. What's going through your mind?
Wow, thank you so much, Julene. I'm just super excited to be here and very thankful for the opportunity to present in front of you all.
That's going to do it for us. We welcome all of your comments and feedback, so please check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can see all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com. We'll see you right back here next week. Have a great week.
Greenlight Maine Productions appreciates the generous underwriters that support our mission to build strong businesses in Maine. Thank you.